Okay, here we are going to take a start of adverb, the next topic. And an adverb, what is adverb? Yes, yes, anyone? What is adverb? Yes, please. What is the function of adverb? Quickly. Sorry. Yes, please do not waste the time. Yes, a quick response, please.
Adverb show verb.
Yes, yes. Adverb shows the adverb modify the adjective or a verb or itself or a phrase. While if we compare adverb to adjective, adjective only modify the noun or pronoun. While on the dorsal side, talking about adverb, adverb does not modify the noun or pronoun, rather it modifies the adjective, and it also modify the verb, and it also modify itself, and it also modify it is also going to modify the phrase or a sentence, right? For instance, here we have some examples we are going to discuss, but the modification are praising words, those which should be used for verb or adjective, for adverb or phrase or a sentence would be called adverb. That would be called adverb. Yeah, these are, yeah, adverb is actually the answer for all these questions. When it happened, where it took place, adverb of time, adverb of place, right? And how well it happened, adverb of manner, why it happened, reason going to be mentioned, to what degree, extent, how often, under what condition. If these questions arise in the sentence, these would be actually, the answer would be actually called the adverb and the grammar, right? This is the conceptual discussion or the overview of an adverb. And adverb is going to be this, yeah, adverb requires the main verb. Now, what is main verb? And adjective requires the linking verb. Linking verb would be clear to you, the those helping verbs, right? The you say is, was, to be verbs, and to have verbs, has, have, were, am, are, these are, will, shall. These are called helping verbs or linking. But the main verbs, which are the like this, and which there is no helping verb, rather the other verbs form are called main verbs, right? And at here, yeah, there is the difference that adjectives requires main verbs, sorry, linking verbs, while adverbs required main verb. Now it would be clear to you by just looking at this sentence. Yeah, here, if you say our teacher is nicely, our teacher is nicely. Now is linking verb, helping verb, that doesn't match here. You can say our teacher is nice. Our teacher is nice, but the nice is adjective. Adjective can come with helping verb, and adverb, ly is now adverb. Indeed, when you use ly with any word to just emphasize it more, then that time it becomes adverb. And now adverbs comes with the main verb but does not fit with the helping verb, right? If you say she dances beautifully, and if you say she is beautifully, then it doesn't match, right? She is beautifully, you can say she is beautiful, but she is not beautifully, because adjective can come with the helping verb, but this adverb cannot come with the helping verb. Another thing, then adjective at here would be not fit if you say she dances beautiful, she dances beautiful. No, no, at here if you are going to use this main verb, then with main verb there must be also an adverb, this thing. And main verb is something that is not helping verb. Main verb is like the first form of verb, where you in the present simple participle, though there we use SRES with he, she, it, and singular noun and all. Now it would be clear to you guys, not need a further discussion, but this thing you have to keep it in mind. If a verb is not helping verb, is, am, are, right, or was, were, right, these few are will, shall, then if we are going to use the other forms of verbs like this, present simple or past simple, came, come, or the thought, right, this, then we are supposed to use adverb in front of them, right? You come late. Now at here if you say you come lately, you come lately, That would be you come late. Yeah, yeah. It here. Yeah, these things you have to keep it in mind. That late, fast, well. Uh, if someone would tell me what are these in grammar, late, fast, and well, adjective or adverb? Yes, yes. Anyone? If you have any info regarding these three, late, fast, and well, what are these in grammar? Yes. Any idea? Now these are the words. Yes,
Uh,
sorry. Yes.
it's a supporting form of the verb, right?
This is adverb.
Yes, but there are no ly. Yeah, these are
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. These are adverbs, but without ly, right? Fast is adverb. Late. Now, because of the adverb form, we can say directly you come late without using ly even, right? He teaches well. Now, well is also adverb, right? And he eats quickly. Now, quickly is adverb. He works hard. Now, hard is adverb. The word that come after the main verb, which represent or which is going to modify the adjective or adverb or another verb, right? Now, here it is modifying the verb, right? And that's why these are called adverbs, right? Whenever it is going to modify these three, adverb or adjective or verb or phrase or a sentence, then you are going to call it to adverb. Some other examples here in front of you. Yeah, as a phrase, we are in the class. Where are we? As we discussed earlier in the definition conceptually, if the answer or the question arises where, so the answer would be called adverb. And now where are we? We are in the class. Now in the class is actually the this adverbial phrase. 8:06 p.m. When? On main road. Where? Right? Now where or where, when, or this how or what. So these are the actually questions which tells us about the indication towards adverbs, right? As a class, what are clauses in English? Phrase adds some meaning to a sentence. What about class? Yes, yes, any idea? Okay, what is the difference between a phrase and clause and sentence? Any? Yes, anyone? Okay, now phrase are the parts of a sentence. Just keep this thing in mind. We will discuss these in details as well. The sentence, phrase to clause, then to sentence, right? And upcoming discussions. Now, phrase means the part of a sentence that adds some meaning to a sentence. Like this is a part of a sentence that add meanings to the whole sentence. But this is also added with the definition of phrase. But alone, it doesn't give the full meaning in the class. Now, in the class, what? 8:06 p.m. 8:06 p.m. what? On main road. What? Right? But overall, these are going to add some meaning to a sentence when the other words combine with it. Besides that, it doesn't give the overall whole meaning by itself. Like it cannot be stand by itself. Rather, it combined with others words and give us complete meaning. Next, we have as a class. As a class means class have then two types, dependent and dependent. But class means the combination of words sometimes give us complete meaning and sometimes does not give us complete meaning, and it needs another class to complete its meaning. Sometimes class gives complete meaning, sometimes class does not give us a complete meaning, right? For example, if you struggle, now this is a class. Yeah, if you another thing in class, there would be subject and verb agreement, right? But in the phrase there is no subject verb agreement. The verb cannot be considered with the subject together, and like to call it phrase. Rather, there would be no, but in simple words in the clause there must be subject verb agreement. You struggle, subject verb, right? Okay, now at here in the class, if you struggle, the complete class it is or incomplete is just defined by if. And how? Like it is incomplete in the meaning, so this is called incomplete class. Like if you struggle, so what will happen? So what? right? You can succeed. You can succeed. Now these three words complete the meaning of these three, right? Dependent class and independent message. Independent class or independent message for this one. As soon as the bell rings, we will live. Okay, as soon as the bell rings, so what will happen? We will live, right? Because she didn't study, so what happened? She failed the exam, right? Now these are adverbial class. All right, these classes are called adverbial class. The reason, mentioning the reason, we discussed that the reason why or how something happened, so these are called the adverbs because of this. Okay, adverbs modify five things: a verb, an adjective, an adverb, or class, or a sentence, right? Okay, now the first is a verb. He teaches well. So how he teaches? This is adverb of manner. Like the answer for how, and the how come in the question of a manner, right? एक काम कैसे हो रहा है? अब एक काम इस तरीके से हो रहा है कि हाँ, यहाँ पे you can also use he teaches good in a good way, then you are going to make it adjective, right? In a good manner. But if you are going to use a adverb, uh, then it would directly come after a verb, right? The main verb कौन से? जो is, am, are, was, were and will, shall इनके अलावा है, right? She drives recklessly. He plays beautiful. He plays beautifully. अच्छा, यहाँ पे he plays beautiful shots. अब यहाँ पे he plays beautiful shots. At here, who would like to tell me what is beautiful? Yes.
Adverb.
Beautiful is maybe adjective.
Yes. If adjective, why? Yes, why? Hmm. What about this one? She plays beautifully.
Beautifully will come as adverb, but beautiful adjective.
Mhm.
I think like
Beautifully.
that.
Oh, sorry. This is adverb. And the first one. The first one is
Adjective.
adjective. It has used as adjective, but following the main verb. So can we call it adverb?
Yeah.
Really? Yes. Yes or no? Look, the condition is at here the representation of noun, pronoun, right? But at here the main verb is followed, so you are going to call it the adverb, right? Beautiful is adverb, or beautifully is adverb, and he plays shot beautifully. Now this is little bit conceptual, right? That why you
Yeah.
are going to call it adverb. But if you are going to say she is beautiful, then
That is adjective.
yeah, she is very beautiful. The weather is out. The weather is too hot. Okay, what is different between very and too? Like if you say the the tea is very hot or the tea is too hot. Yes. What is the difference? What is the meaning of balmy? Yes. Anyone? Yes. Sunny weather. Sunny weather. When there is a hot outside, right? When the weather is not pleasant or pleasant in any sense, but that is sunny weather, hot weather, right? Now, if you say the weather is very balmy, and if you say the weather is too balmy, what is the difference? What do you
More
think?
hot.
Yes, no, in both the weather is more hot. But what is the difference? Yes, if someone mentioned it correctly, I would be very grateful. Yes. Don't you never have you never used the very hot, too hot? Yes.
Sir, we
Okay.
are using this many and two of them, but the concept is the same, I
Oh,
think.
okay, good. Now it is EL2, no problem. Now, second learning language, right? Okay, at here the difference you have to keep it in mind from now onwards. Then you may never use to, yeah, and you may never sometimes use very as well. Very represent the pleasant situation, pleasant, and to represent the negative situation where you think like it is little bit awkward or creating a problematic, like the weather is too hot means it is not pleasant. And if you are taking a tea, right, and you mentioned that the tea is very hot, means you are getting a pleasure of it. But if you say the tea is too hot, it means it is not it is problematic, it is not fine for you, right? And if the weather, if you, about weather, it is too if you say it is too cold, then you are getting a problem from it, right? You are not enjoying it. But if you say it is very cold, you're really enjoying the weather, right? So this is the difference. Yeah, sometimes these are now in the comparison sense. In comparison sense, the very and to has a difference. Very for positive, to for negative. If you say my shirt is too tight, or the shoes which I bought last night are too tight, right? Now too tight means not fit with me. If you say very tight, you means they are like adjustable for you, adjustable, right? Now this is the in the comparison sense, very for positive, to for the negative aspect or situation. But in the other yeah, sense, like if you say if I ask you that I want to go outside right now, and you say I too, then that time it depends on that situation, that there it is okay, it is fine. And that is at that position it is not having any negative meaning. If you say I too want to go outside, that is fine. I too want, I'm too interested, right? Right, so that is. But in comparison at here, if you are doing comparison of two things, are if you are doing if you are going to show something, like to praise something, to modify something, right, the adverb, then very into you should be clear about this. I hope it is clear. Yes, next is she's very beautiful. Sorry, she's a beautiful, she is very beautiful. Now, both has having, yeah, she's a very beautiful girl. So, which one is adjective, adverb? Hmm? Yes, sorry. Very beautiful, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because this adjective is modified by the word very, and that's why very. And grammar, just understand the concept and message and the definition of a word. Each word, you'd enjoy it, you'd get a pleasure of it. You would not use the verb and object in the wrong position. Like now, she is a very beautiful. Very can modify the adjective, and that's why very can always come before the adjective, right? Before such kind of modifying words, those which would be used for modification of adjective would come before the adjective, right? Another adverb. Now adverbs sometimes also modify the adverb. She drives fast. Fast is adverb which we discussed earlier. And she drives too fast, not fastly. Okay, fastly would be wrong. Grammatical and adverb. Fast is by itself an adverb. Okay, she comes always late, or she always comes late. Oh yeah, yes. Who would like to make the difference in these two? Yes, 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 quickly.
She comes always late is adverb, right?
Hmm?
She always comes late. I think it's adverb.
Yes, she comes always late. Yeah, both are adverbs. But at here, the emphasization is just increased. Emphasizing like the force is increased. And when you like modification is increased. Late is adverb, fine. Always is also adverb, always late, just. But if you say always comes, you always do this. Now you are emphasizing it. If you say you do it always, so it is fine. But if you always do this, she always comes late, right? Now there is little bit more modification, and that's why it is the actually adverb is modifying another adverb, right? She drives very recklessly. Okay, so this is again very recklessly. Reckless is the adjective. Recklessly, randomly, right? Then it is going to be class of ly. It is adverb, and the adverb modification is done with the word very. Okay, so yes, the adverb can modify adverb, adjective, phrase, class, sentence, or another verb, and the adjective is going to only modify, yes, what? Adjective.
Adverb.
Oh, adjective. Adjective is going to modify only what?
Verb.
Oh my God. What is the definition of adjective? Yes. Yes, please. Sajid.
Modifies.
सैंसी एडजेक्टिव का क्या काम होता है? सैयद जमील, साजिद. एडजेक्टिव का क्या काम होता है सेंटेंस में? एडवर्ब का क्या काम? जी, यस.
It describes noun or pronoun.
हाँ. And you are saying it describe a verb or adverb.
I'm sorry.
It is very unclear. Okay. Do not forget it again. And coming Saturday, on coming Saturday there would be a Eid festival holiday, but on the next very Saturday I can take oral test from you guys on the Saturday. Okay, last Saturday was
Okay.
off, but so these were these definitions and everything concept, everything should be clear. Even in the grammar and the paragraph, I can ask you like what is this, what is this. Each A to Z in dictionary, all the words are to be counted in parts of speech. A to Z, the whole dictionary is in the parts of speech. Parts of speech means the sections of conversation, right? To discuss something, to write, to read something, to speak something. These are all the sections, the parts of what? Of conversation, of communication, right? Some are clear, some are adverbs, some are adjectives. Okay. Now, adverbs can also modify clause. It is a part of a sentence, right? Like if you modify directly a sentence by writing any adverb at the beginning, this is the modification of a sentence by an adverb. For instance, perhaps he will come if he gets an early flight. If he gets an early flight. Now, perhaps he will come, perhaps, right? In what manner? In what manner? Adverb of manner. It is adverb of manner. The kinds would we discuss so far in the coming slides, right? Maybe, maybe. In what way? We will win. Now, in what way, in what manner, as we discussed earlier, that the questions of what, when it would be created, the answer that would be used as a word would be called adverb. Okay, if he comes late. So these are the adverbs, and these are modifying the whole clauses, right? Whole clauses. And why these are clauses? Perhaps he will come. Perhaps he will come. Now, when the when the confusion is created in your mind, like if he will come, so what? If he gets an early flight. Sorry, in what condition? In what condition he will come? Maybe we will win. How? But our fielding department is weak. Yeah. Now, when you are going to describe two situations, and the one situation or one statement is dependent on the other, like perhaps he will come. Now you are going to share something else. Maybe we will win. Now you are going to share this part as well. Now, if the statement required the another part, this is called class. This is called class. Class, 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 class. And the class modification is done by the adverb. So this is how adverb also modify the class, and adverb also modify the phrase. And now we are moving to adverb modification for the sentence. If you use however, furthermore, in addition, fortunately, luckily, fortunately, we won the match. Yeah. Now, this is why this is a sentence. Why? Because it doesn't need any other sentence to complete its meaning. Otherwise, then it would be called clause. If you use if, or, perhaps, and these. Fortunately is a adverb, and it is modifying, and it is showing or phrasing what the whole sentence, right? So this is adverb. Okay. Yes, luckily, is the adverb. He escaped from his enemies. Enemies, right? He escaped from his enemies luckily. This modification of adverb can be used at the beginning, can be used at the end as well. The sentence modification, right? Adjective is not used with main verbs. Adjective is not used with main verbs. He plays beautiful. Is it correct? He plays beautiful. Is it correct, Swansea? Is it correct?
No, it's not correct.
Why? Why not correct?
Sir,
May
could be
beautifully welcome.
Oh, yes. Okay. Okay. At the same time, all were responding. Very good. Very good. Active students. Appreciate it. Yeah. Now, he plays beautiful. Now, this is now at here, you are learning the sentence structure as well. Like adverb, if you are going to use a main verb, you should never use an adjective. If any word is adjective in your mind or in the grammar, if you have an approach or command that this word is an adjective, you cannot use it with the main verb. You can use it with the helping verb. He is beautiful, she is beautiful, right? He is hard worker, like this. Adverb is not used with the linking verb. Linking verb means the helping verbs, right? He is beautifully, again incorrect,
Yeah.
right? Yes. So this definition is actually should be clear to you. Yeah. Okay. Next, adjective is not sorry. Kinds of adverbs. Now these are kinds of adverbs, and these are again the answers and responses for WH questions. Like if the question is what, or where, or who, it can be adverb of interrogative verb, and we're going to discuss, right? Adverb of place, where, adverb of time, when, adverb of manner, how. If the answer, now these are very easy concepts, if you're we are going to discuss each. But adverb of manner, how something happened, it happened very beautifully, right? Adverb of frequency, in what extent something happened, in what frequent, often it happens, sometimes it happened, when the situation, how often something happened, how often. In manner and frequency has a different manner, in how, in what way, in how, like in what condition, or how something happened, how. And in adverb of frequency, how often something happened, how many times something happened, the time. Adverb of degree, excess, extreme, medium. Excess, extreme, the small, the low degree, and medium, the middle degree. And conjunctive adverb, these are the interested and the most important part in the grammar. All those adverbs that connect the sentences. That's why they are also called conjunctive. Conjunction means connection, right? So connection of adverb. They are also called connectors, transitions, and the other words. Some other names are also going to be used for it. Okay, interrogative adverbs can be just answer for these questions, and they would call be adverbs, right? And these questions can come instead of the answers are the words, right? For example, if you say, when does your class end? How wide is your class? Why didn't you come to the party? Right? Now, you see that auxiliary verb. Yes. What are the auxiliary verbs? And what are the helping verbs, which we discussed earlier? Just look at here and here as well. Yes, the structure. Just keep the structure in mind.
Verb is a
Yes, exactly. And what are the main verbs? Yes, main verbs. Yes, sorry. Regular, irregular, all these other verbs, right, which are not helping verbs, right? These are okay. Now this is the structure. If you would have it, if you would keep this thing in mind, rest of the sentence, right? First auxiliary verb, subject plus main verb. Sorry, yeah, not at here, there is no main verb in this sentence. Yeah, why didn't, subject, and sorry, the auxiliary verb, subject you, come, main verb, and rest of the sentence. Just look at again and make it clear. Auxiliary verb, didn't. Subject, you. Main verb, come. and rest of the sentence to the party, right? So this should be the actual structure for adverbs of the interrogative verbs, right? These WH questions, right? If the question comes before the sentence, it can also be an adjective. Actually, it can also be an adverb, sorry, the pronoun, right? Like if I say, which way to choose, right? Which way to choose. Now, way is the noun, and the noun modification is done by the adjective which way. So which at here is also WH question, but it is not an adverb, rather it is an adjective, because it is telling us about the way, and way is noun. Noun definition or noun modification is done by adjective. But if you are going to use verb after which, then it is which is your book, or which is your class, which is your car, something like that. Now, which is your way to be chosen. So now if you use helping verbs directly after the WH question, now it is going to become a pronoun, right? That moment, pronoun. Okay, so these are little bit the conceptual things, but it also going to be improved, not tough, right? Not difficult. If someone can get come on, then everyone can get, right? Okay, now adverb of place. Place means where something happened. We are in the class. The accidents on the road, to her office, there, here, everywhere, nowhere. These are these words are called adverbs, adverbs of place. Everywhere, nowhere, anywhere, right? Somewhere. These are called adverb of place, and these are also on the road, to her, like the position which you are going to represent as a phrase in the sentence. This is called adverb of place. Okay. Next, you have adverb of time, and adverb of time is going to mention the time. Now, tomorrow, today, yesterday. Now you realize if someone is has not gone through it, yesterday, morning, evening, afternoon, in parts of speech, these are adverbs, right? And these are now called adverb of time, like when. The question for when is actually the that is going to be the answer for and part of speech as adverb of time, right? Okay, next you have yeah, you can directly mention the exact time even. That would be also called the exact time, 6 p.m., 6 a.m. That is also going to be called the adverb of time. Okay, now in adverb of time, there are two categories. If show exact time in the present, then our past and future would be called definite adverbs. And like the specific, definite means the specific one, the particular one, right? The special one, you can call it special. Today, tomorrow, last night, 5 years ago, the specific time. But if you are going to discuss the random time, indefinite, unspecific, then these are called indefinite adverbs, like yet. I have not done it yet, right? मैंने अभी तक नहीं किया. Recently he just visited our place. कुछ अरसा पहले, कुछ वक्त पहले. Now the time is not mentioned. Lately you are going to reach, right? Already you have done it, but when? Ever you can think about it, right? Just do it still anymore. Now these are called the unspecific, which are not describing the special, the specific time, but just mentioning the time, but not the specific time. So these are also adverb, but indefinite adverbs. Yeah, this is the important as well, adverb of manner. And this adverb of manner actually is going to be created from the adjective, right? It is going to be the words which would be adjective in nature. You are going to create the adverb of manner from adjectives. For instance, beautiful, beautifully, smart, smartly, bad, badly, careful, carefully. Now you made it with the adjectives, the other adjectives. Other words, quickly, slowly. And now she dances beautifully. He's a careful driver. Yeah. Here, sorry, 1 minute. Yes, he's a careful driver. He drives carefully, right? The words which you are going to change and using ly or double ly at the end, these are called. Now, these are some conditions, like for those words which are going to end with oic. You are supposed to the spelling in the spelling topic we would do in the end of the grammar course. But overall, here you can see if the any word ends with already l, right? Or sorry, yes, Yeah, now these are common words where you are directly going to use ly only, or only ly. But those words which ends with ic, right? You're supposed to use only a double ly, not ly. Spelling wise, now you would be clear. You cannot write heroically. You should write, and not even double ly, a double ly. If any words end with ic, you are supposed to use a double ly as an adverb. Now grammatically, your another mistake is going to be covered here in the sentence structure or in the spelling wise, right? If any words end with y, you should use ily, not I double ly even. Sometimes students use I double ly. Spelling wise, that would be incorrect. Sleepily, it would be incorrect. Not ly, only ly, right? Angrily, hungrily, right? Easily, happily, busily, lazily, right? To make it as adverbs. Okay. Yeah, the time is right now 2:46. Okay, the session is going to an end. You are requested to join it for a few more minutes to just conclude this topic of an adverb. Then yes, only 2 or 3 cards are remaining. Okay, just click on the same link to rejoin. Then we would go through the vocabulary list as well.